Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Rice Owls, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Across the 25, he's got room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in their gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They're on the board first here in the season opener. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. And the ball is intercepted. Offense getting set for first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the ground with the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Determined effort to pick up 6 and get it inside the red zone and down to the 16. And the Gamecocks have taken it inside the 20. Looking to pass. It's Booker. He's got his man. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up first.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
That pass is incomplete.
I love the way this defense is fighting down here close to their own goal line, right? They get a sack on the first play. Great coverage on the second one, knocking it away. Here comes a huge 3rd down. Can they do it again? Can they come up with another big one?
Got his man on the right. And they swarm him under.
Well, this offense is giving a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because first and second down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable fourth down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Snap it to the back. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they take advantage of good starting field position, move the ball 35 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside the 15, here's the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's...
And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the center.
Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Owls are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got his man quickly.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Now on 2nd down. They want to just keep throwing it. Going for it all. Touchdown, Rice. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Jacksonville State, 21, Rice, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Booker. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it at the 30. Running toward the tape. Touchdown. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you...
All kinds of running room. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Finds his man. It's Wilson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Throws to the wideout. And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. This time on target. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. That's reeled in, it's Wilson. Put it right on him, sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Rice rushes to the line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of... And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. And you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rice. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah.
And the pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Owls. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Fresno State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Back to throw, it's Booker. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They'll run the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Open runway ahead. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. At the 20, he's got space. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Gamecocks are on the move. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his big tight end.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
The run from the shotgun. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Booker. They're trying to get touchdown Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Rice, 21.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some... together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6 yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Makes the catch on the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure,
snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
Touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw, it's Booker. A little release to the back. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Wants to throw on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 35, he's got room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Finds his target down the middle. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Getting some heat. On target. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Unloads to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He wants to throw it again. Finds his big tight end. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Get it out on the screen. Running through contact. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
28.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Finds his man. It's Atkins. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Going over the top. He's got it down the left. He's off to the races. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Snap in the shotgun. Pressure coming. Using his legs to buy some time. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Owls!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll be able to snap it one more time. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Skips away from pressure. He's going to take off. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. The Owls have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. Gets down at the last possible second to avoid getting lit up.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
With the catch, it's McLeod. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Dropping back, it's Booker. It's complete on the right side. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Release to the back. Finds his man. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Would they go for a big play on first and 10? Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And they'll get him on the ground at the 3-yard line.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They're going to go to the air on third and short. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Washington State is ahead right now, but the school that nearly saw Ryan Leaf win a Heisman back in the day still has some work to do. They're up by 4 over Southern Miss. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quickly complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. A really nice day from this quarterback. Over 350 yards passing now, Jeff.
He's had a plan all game long. He just seems to find his best matchups, and he's done an awesome job giving his guys opportunities to make plays.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This offense has a second down play. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Floating away. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it inside the 25.
By the receiver. A huge pickup on the play.
This offense is starting to believe, and as they generate yards and points, they're bringing momentum with them. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What an awesome response from the defense. You give up a huge play the play before, and what do you come back? You come back and you get pressure on the quarterback, and you get him on the ground before he can make another big play.
Got a man in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Rice rushes to the line. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up for the PAT. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Handoff from the gun. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting on this block, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They'll try to run for it. And the ball's on the ground.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
He chucks one out to the right. Off he goes.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Tight end finds a soft spot. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
To the air, it's Booker. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're just about ready to kick it away.
56, Rice, 49.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires left. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Gamecocks! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. Going to try to get it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
You know, these throws at the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Trying to get to him. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. First down here for the offense. They'll give it to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
At the 45 on his way. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Looking for the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Buying some time. Looking down the left side. And it's caught! Touchdown, Jacksonville State! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Rice takes over. The Owls ready to get that offense cooking again. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David. He's got it down the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
And first down for the offense.
Wants to throw on first down. They're bringing heat. Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged on the outside, it's Atkins.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Turning and firing back to the right. That's risky. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, going to the air. And it's picked off for the fourth time today. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And the offense comes up short on third down, but I tell you what, they've still had a good day. There's so many positives to point to. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't have to. They got the lead. This all
picked off. Just trucks through it, bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They're trying to get to it. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Caught over the middle. It's McLeod. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Into the end zone. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the...
Oh, look out, there he goes! And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Booker. Getting some heat. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback checking off. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defensive front had that one smelled out from the beginning, and the fullback went fully backward.
nowhere to go. That's a quick-hitting play, too. You get the ball to the fullback. You're trying to get him downhill to hit somebody.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. So you might expect to see victory formation. Instead, you will see a field goal attempt. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play